Hi there, welcome back to your favorite deep dive show on stories contemporary and consequential. This week we revisit the developments in Bangladesh. Third time we do since August. And the reason is the national security challenges that are emanating from Bangladesh for India. Very real threat to our northeast. Let's look at those. Second, true to his self, President-elect Donald Trump is redrawing the US foreign policy map even before he takes over. This week, he has sought to purchase Greenland from Denmark, threatened taking over of the Panama Canal, and repeated his jibes at Trudeau and Canada yet again. It's an interesting lineup of contests shaping up with consequences for global trade and politics. And the response of Denmark to Trump's swipe is symptomatic of what's happening in Europe, or what's ailing Europe. The continent is increasingly looking like it is in decline. As we close the year with this edition, we take a hard look at the phenomenon and the consequences of the decline of Europe on Europeans and the rest of the world. Let's get going. This week was chock-a-block with developments in our eastern neighborhood. Bangladesh, in turmoil since the August strife that deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, sent an extradition request to get her back twice in a span of 48 hours. It would have been surprising given that our Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri was in Dhaka for a day just a fortnight ago, and sources tell me nothing on this front came up during the discussions. It is not surprising, however, if you piece together the events of this week and connect the dots. The day that Hasina's extradition was sought, Mohammad Yunus regime appointed Nasim ul Ghani the Home Affairs Advisor to the government. That's an interesting choice. Ghani is one of the founders of Hizb ut-Tahrir, a proscribed terror organization in India and Bangladesh. HUT played a behind-the-scenes role in hijacking the students' protests and turning them into a regime change operation, along with the Jamaat cadres during the July-August turmoil. Originally set up in Palestine in the 1950s, Hizb ut-Tahrir has since developed pan-Islamic presence across Muslim countries. The Bangladesh chapter came up in the year 2000 when Begum Khaleda Zia-led BNP government was in power. It aims to form a Sharia-compliant caliphate in the Muslim world, if need be with the use of violence and terror. Banned in Bangladesh by Hasina in 2009, Ghani's appointment puts the organization en route to revival. Worryingly for us, its cadres are active in at least 4 states of India, and the NIA charge-sheeted 2 of them in Tamil Nadu just this week in a terror case. They were arrested in the month of June after surveillance found them recruiting youth to indulge in terrorism by way of online and offline indoctrination. Days before this appointment, another key aide of Yunus, Mahfouz Alam, posted on his Facebook page a map of what some Bangladeshis call the Greater Bangladesh, a territorial fantasy that includes parts of Tripura, Assam, Meghalaya and Bengal in their country. That was provocative and the post was promptly deleted. Perhaps it was aimed at eliciting the response it got. Remember, Alam is the same guy introduced by Yunus as the mastermind of the August uprising in Dhaka to his New York audience. Also this week, a Dhaka court freed former minister and BNP leader Abdus Salam Pinto. Now, who is this Pinto? He was accused of organizing terror training camps for Harkatul Jihad-e-Islami, or Huji, the Pak-occupied Kashmir-based anti-India terrorist organization carrying out acts of terror in Kashmir Valley in the early 2000s. So obviously, Pinto was on the rolls of Pakistan's ISI. He indulged in these anti-India activities while he was the Deputy Minister of Education in the Khaleda Zia government. He was arrested in 2008 in connection with the 2004 Dhaka grenades attack on an Awami League rally in which 24 League cadres died. Now he's a free man. Released along with him was Lutfuzzama Babar, one of the main accused in the Chittagong arms haul case of 2004. Babar had opposed the birth of Bangladesh in 1971 and created a militia that fought alongside the Pakistan army against the Mukti Bahini and the Indian army. He's also a free man now. gives you an idea of what mentality is controlling events in Dhaka today. You know what's the Chattogram or Chittagong arms haul case? 10 trucks of arms and ammunition meant for ultras in India's northeast were intercepted in Chittagong. The supplies were brokered by Pakistan's ISI, picked from China in a Chinese ship and brought to Bangladesh via Thailand when they were intercepted based on an Indian intelligence operation. Hang on, there's more. Also this week, a Bangladeshi court commuted the death sentence of Ulfa terrorist Paresh Barua to life term in jail. Now hiding somewhere in China, and our agencies know where, Barua was provided a safe house in Bangladesh for a long time when BNP was in power in Dhaka. Guess what? During the Chittagong arms haul that I just mentioned, Barua was coordinating from one of those safe houses there for the onward journey of the contraband to India's troubled northeast. In effect, we're back to square one. After the peace dividend of Hasina years, the present establishment in Dhaka is hell-bent on promoting anti-India circumstances. Yunus might have personal motivations against Hasina. For in a case of access, he was convicted and sought to be put in jail by her government last year. Maybe that is the reason why he has been picked. But the larger agenda is to create a situation in which India's national security gets compromised. And it's getting visible as we speak. One Bangladeshi national, Saad Radi, was nabbed by Assam police from Kerala a few days back. Radi is an active member of the Al-Qaeda affiliate Ansarullah Bangla team, the ABT, whose leader Jashimuddin Rahmani was released by the Yunus regime in August itself. He had entered India, Radi, in November with the objective of activating ABT sleeper cells in Assam and Bengal. 8 others were nabbed along with him by the Assam police and have admitted to plans to activate sleeper cells through places like Murshidabad and Falkata and Dhubri with the objective of carrying out terror activities. The fact that he was caught from Kerala shows how deep the support system exists for these Bangladeshi radicals, compromising India's national security. Just a day before the Assam STF busted this terror module, 5 Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh JMB terrorists were apprehended from Kokrajhar and Dhubri districts, again a banned organization. The Assam police operation gives you an idea of the kind of hawk's eye our agencies are keeping on activities originating out of Bangladesh. They better be warned, for we know a lot more perhaps than we are showing at this stage. India won't brook any compromise with its national security, and more importantly, given the danger to her life, extraditing Sheikh Hasina is out of question.